Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So do you guys know what cohabitation is?
They're ignoring the
I'm also pro like premarital sex, so we kind of go hand in hand.
It's your own opinion.
Cohabitation? Isn't it about like two animals living in one cage? They're like a zebra and an elephant. Cohabitation is when two people live together in a house but they don't get married. It's like a couple.
I don't think it's bad. Like if two people they don't necessarily have to get married to know they live with one another. Maybe they can't afford it or something like that. I have my uncle and aunt. Well, I guess they're not married, but yeah, my uncle and aunt, they live together, like cohabitation, not married yet. So not a big deal. They have kids. It's just they don't have money to afford a marriage right now, and it's no big deal about cohabitation. I think it should be allowed. There's no problem with it.
I am personally against cohabitation because I think if you're committed to living together without getting married, you should be committed to living together with getting married.
I'll return the blues.
How's that?
So what is cohabitation?
I believe it to be living together before marriage as a couple.
And what are your views on cohabitation?
I can't say yes or no whether it's a good thing or a bad thing in that respect, but I do believe a couple needs to know each other well, the good, the bad, and the ugly before they actually commit to a full-time relationship and marriage.
So do you think that if they live together it's kind of testing out the waters and
it may be,
it could
but
prepare them for marriage?
That depends on what you are testing out. You have to be comfortable with yourself and what you are in the house and as a couple. Do you get that as a roommate in a college? Living with groups and saying how you've got to give and take? Yes. Right? So I think the final question is, do you believe you should live together to have sex? That's a totally different issue that you're stepping around. Right? Because cohabitation is everything. Toilet seat included, gentlemen.
So what's your opinion on cohabitation?
I don't really see it as an issue. Like, it's pretty normal nowadays. Like, marriage seems for today's society almost overrated, so cohabitation, I don't know, it just seems normal. I don't have an issue with it.
Thank you.
Okay. So cohabitation, in my opinion, is when two people who care about each other are living under the same roof. In society, after a certain amount of period, these people could be considered common law, which means that they're not legally married, but they are considered to be of together under one roof. If that makes sense. From the Catholic perspective, it's not accepted. Only because of the fact that, unless two people are married, living under the same roof, that is accepted in the Catholic view. I understand that it's widespread. People do this whether they're believe in one faith or not, and that's their decision. It's not mine, and I'm not going to tell someone or two people who care about each other not to do it only because that's what I believe in. Obviously, that's different from a case-by-case situation, and that's my view on it, I guess, if I understood the question clearly. Fair enough? Mm-hmm. There you go.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, ready? You ready? Yeah, he's already doing it.
Just go whenever.
I'm sorry.
Ready?
We're pretty bad.
Cohabitation should not be allowed in the Catholic faith.
In the Catholic faith.
Okay, so what's your opinion on cohabitation?
It's cheaper than marriage, so it seems like a good idea to me.
Do you know what cohabitation is?
When you're living together, but you're not married.
Did you just figure that out because Emma told you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Well, I knew people did it, I just didn't know the technical term.
Well, it's called cohabitation, and it does not involve animals.
Alright.
Well, technically it does.
Cool beans.
Dirty South. Ain't got really.
That's a good shot.
That's a good.
That's a really good shot. This can be our intro.
Is it on?
Yeah.
It's running?
Yeah.
Well, you should tell people when it's running.
No, because the best shots are when it's not expected.
So what are you asking me here today?
Here's the question.
What? I need a question. What? Cohabitation?
No, I'm not talking about you. Just saying.
What's your opinion? What's your opinion on cohabitation?
Thank you. Really a question. I think it's wrong. It's not right. You can't live together before marriage. Why? What if something goes wrong in the middle of your cohabitation? They got no reason to stick around. They're just going to get up and leave. And if kids are involved, it's even worse. But if you have that strength and that bond of marriage, it gives you the incentive to work things out and live longer and happier together.
What if they can't afford it?
Well, they couldn't afford what?
Marriage.
They can't afford marriage?
Yeah. Weddings are expensive.
Well, that's what, you don't. Hey, you don't need to invite 500 people to your wedding. It can be a very simple wedding. It doesn't have to cost you. You don't need the hall. You don't need the limo. That doesn't make a marriage. What makes a marriage? Man, wife, love. Right? Solidify that marriage, that foundation with a few kids. Got a happy family. Happy family, by the way, guys. Happy wife, happy life. Trust me. Write that down. Anything else? They say I have a face for radio. I say they're wrong.
For radio.